Harry Gant leads the Hooters 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway after 19 of 328 laps. Second place belongs to Rick Mast. There's Rick.
Oh, crash up in turn 3, 4.
It was right in front of Rusty Wallace. Brett Bodine is involved, and so is Bobby Hillin. Hillin is trying to keep the car rolling. He slid to the inside of the racetrack, has made it to the apron, but the car is stopped.
It's hurt. That right rear tire is not supposed to be jammed back at the back of the quarter panel. It's supposed to have an equidistant opening between the front and the rear.
Let's see what happened. It happened just ahead of Rusty.
Okay, he's coming up as Bobby Hillin tries to go on the inside of Brett Bodine, and they touch. And boy, Rusty really has to get on the binders, cuts it down to the inside of the racetrack, and dodges disaster there.
Wow.
Tough break for Brett Bodine and Bobby Hillin.
Yeah, for the second year in a row, a tough break for Brett Bodine, who was wiped out in the crash on the second lap last year, and now this.
Watch Rusty Wallace just goes down on the apron, and the 90 and 26 both make heavy contact with the wall.
But there were no other cars involved except the two, and Brett is walking away from the car there on the far left of your screen. He appears to be okay, but obviously very disappointed.
Now, if these cars can't be repaired and get back in the race, this is working to Dale Earnhardt's favor. The more cars that fall out of the race, it's going to put him that much closer to locking up the championship.
Side by side, so I just backed off a little early to let him get in there, and next thing I know, I was turning around backwards. Cars are really unstable with these new spoiler rules, and I just don't think it's the right way to go.
We have a crash
we'll be
here.
back next year.
Jeff Bodine. Now Jeff Bodine is involved in a crash along with Schrader and Spencer.
And back farther in the pack, Jimmy Horton has spun down to the inside.
Boy, it has been a tough weekend for the Bodines. Jeff crashed yesterday. Now he's involved in a crash today. Todd was injured yesterday. Brett has crashed today. And boy, oh boy, it looks like that Jeff is going to unstrap himself and get out of the car under his own power. Here is the replay.
Rusty Wallace is under the 12 car of Jimmy Spencer, and if Jimmy gets just a little bit high, gets the car out of shape, loses control, comes around right in front of these guys. There's nothing that, look at poor Jeff Bodine, there's nothing he can do. Michael Waltrip was blessed to get to that hole before he closed. Now as he come back across, Trickle does a great job, just kind of slow, and wait until the hole opened up to go through it, as does Jimmy Hensley and all the other guys.
Jeff Bodine has got to be reconsidering his decision to be a car owner. This is the 4th crash in the last 7 races he has had as owner of this team.
And again, he was doing nothing wrong today, just riding along.
Wasn't his fault. Now watch Spencer slide up the racetrack and hit the wall.
This is from our speed shot right at the start-finish line.
There were a lot of drivers that were very heads up there, getting their cars slowed down.
We'll get the car completely full of fuel. Harry sits very stoically in the car. One leg on the brake pedal, the other one keeping the throttle, revving to the car and unstalled.
And here's the crash.
Ernie Irvin has crashed here on the straightaway. Irvin stops near the exit of pit road.
And here, watch as Ernie comes off the corner. I wonder if there was some contact between it. No, he just loses control as he comes off the corner right in front of Mark Martin. Goes down, almost saves the car, Ned.
Yes, he did. Almost saved it, but then it just went around again. The back end gets down next to the inside retaining wall, and Mark Martin had just made that pit stop. He was coming up to get himself back in the lead lap, and there's Gant going out of the pits. The leader had already gone by, so he's going to be a lap down.
Here's another angle. We're focused in on Rusty. Behind him, Ernie in trouble.
Maybe Mark Martin coming up that quickly behind him might have taken a little air off the spoiler as he came off of that turn, caused it to get, it was probably already loose with the worn tires he had on, but it probably made him looser yet.
Well, it happened in just about the same area of the racetrack that he crashed in last year in a different car. The caution is out on lap number 85. It's our 3rd caution of the day, and he's trying to drive the car back to the pit area, but you can see the sparks coming from underneath.
Just moved into
Interstate Battery Chevrolet.
Behind him is...
Oh, crashed down at turn 1. Looks like P.W. Taylor's backed into the wall down there.
Car slides to the grass.
That is P.W. Yes, it is.
In Children's Miracle Network Ford.
There he is. fouled up the rear portion of that car.
I believe you can.
Okay, who's trying to race Rusty back?
Hamilton got a lap back. So you can scratch off another car and put another one out of the race, or so it would appear, as T.W. Taylor's car is badly damaged in the infield in turn 1. You can see them right back there coming out of the corner on this in-car. There they are. Jarrett trying to take the position away from Earnhardt, and he does. So Earnhardt did cost him. Whoa, Wally Dallenbach has crashed.
Over on turn 2.
Crashed hard. Yes, he has.
Into that Keystone Ford.
And Harry Gant did not get a lap back.
Wow, that car obviously made heavy front-end contact with the wall. That's the Keystone Beer Planters Nut Ford.
Is rain with the, there you see it.
Yep.
Just spins around and hits head-on into the wall.
Car just suddenly darted right and head-on into the wall.
What happened? He got the car out of shape, and when he corrected it, it came back caught and went right in.
Down.
Well, there he is.
Yeah, good.
Oh, the window net's down, and I saw an arm come out. So.
That's good.
His last race in the Keystone Ford for Jack Roush. Of course, as we've said, he'll drive for Richard Petty in the STP team in 1994. We're able to take off, get up there. Now the 28 car has gone a lap down, so at Jimmy Spencer, they were 2 of the cars that had gotten.
And Gordon spins.
Up in turn what?
And it looks like he's hit the left side of the car pretty good.
Turn 4 it is.
He crashed in practice in turn 4, and he has hit the wall again in that location. May have been in contention for the win, although he had begun to drop back in the last few laps. And here's a replay.
No way to know what caused the accident to start with, because we're on it right at the end. I don't think
he was running in 7th position.
The 8th caution of the day is out on lap 209. Harry Gant making contact with the wall in turn 4 and slight contact with the inside wall here on the straightaway. Here's how it happened.
Here Harry Gant is, and I was looking at Harry Gant on commercial, and I'm wondering why he was back there so far. I know he made a late pit stop, but came off the corner. All of a sudden, it just went around and smacked that left wall with the left side. Jerry Punch?
Well, Benny, Harry is not a happy camper. I saw Leo Jackson, the car owner, come walking by here a minute ago shaking his head, and he was not very happy either. Apparently, there was a possible problem. Harry was getting ready to come back down pit road. He just made that lap up, and they thought they may have left some lug nuts loose. Either that, we don't want to point the finger at anyone. Either that happened, or else the wheel was working its way loose because the car was vibrating and dancing. So Harry had backed out of the throttle and was getting ready to come back down pit road. And unfortunately, he ended up about 1.5 miles from making it back to pit road in the wall. As Harry does climb out of the car, boy, he really wanted to win one here in the finale for 1993.
And there they are back, going straight again. Oh, crash coming off turn 2. Is that Kenny
Wallace.
Kenny Wallace.
The Dirt Devil Pontiac is in the wall, and another caution comes out. This is the 9th, and this is why.
Here's the tail end of the crash.
He had already backed into the wall, slides down the back stretch, up against the wall. Then it straightens itself out.
And once again, no sponsor for the 40 car next year. Car owned by Felix Sabates. Said he's going to race.
I hope he does.
Here's a shot from our speed shot, and we can see him lose control, go up, bang the wall, and no car right behind him. So
once again, the driver involved in the accident had no other car around him. He is traveling throughout the country on a national tour, and we welcome them to Atlanta Motor Speedway. They have provided the overhead shots here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Crash.
Lloyd Allen has crashed up at turn 3, backed it in the fence, and comes down, and only one car involved. Looks like he still has the car moving.
Bobby Labonte just barely escaped being involved in that. Loy is driving the car down pit road.
Caution is out.
Race, he's not out of this by any means.
There he goes by one of those Chevrolets, Ned. Elliott does. Oh, and 98 spins over the second corner. Or he hit nothing yet. Look at that.
I think he hit the wall, but...
Oh, no. Contraire, he did not hit the wall, but the caution flag is out.
Yeah, it is. Again.
Well,
he's not running the wall now.
Derek was running in 12th place. One of those cars on the lead lap.
He didn't hit the wall.
Okay, I thought he did. Let's see.
Here's on the outside. Rick Wilson goes underneath.
Sure, I'm going to be proven wrong here.
And he gets the car a little bit out of shape. Gets it up.
Oh, you're right.
right, Bobby, hit the wall.
That's my first win of the year in an argument with Benny. Wouldn't you know that would come to the last race?
I didn't think you touched it.